Alright peeps, welcome back to Cavey, episode 22. In the last episode, we let these bot part factories up here run, and we were able to let those run thanks to our beautiful big warehouses up in here. Start storing some of these bot parts up, because this episode, we're getting bots. And the thing we realised in the last episode is we need to bloody power these bots at 50 horsepower a pop. So let's zoom on through the bad water tank here into an industrial estate. And gone all the way along to this big back scratcher here, which we're unfortunately going to have to delete. Because we're going to be popping a bot charging factory on there. But we'll pause the construction of that for now. I don't want it unnecessarily taking up 50 horsepower, you know. While we got the beavers running up and doing their stairs here, getting everywhere they need to go. There is one more thing that happened last episode. Right at the end, I sort of deleted all of the farming over here. But I did up this farmhouse to 2, and you can see they're cracking along nicely, so I'm sure we're not going to have any food-related issues because of that. But look at all of this lovely green ground we've uncovered. But yeah, now, my plan over here is to finally cycle 47 day 4, get into power generators, and unlock the big, large power wheel. That's still too large there. I thought I had enough room. Well, I was mildly mistaken, wasn't I? Looks like we're maximum prioritising this large tank here for a bit of water storage. Because we're going to be deleting this large tank right here. Say bye-bye, large tank. And accompanying platforms. Oh, now do I have to destroy an hour hang? Well, that wasn't part of my plan. Let's see what I can do here. So it will fit there. Let's get a platform on the crack. And unlock the large power wheel. Oh, I thought it was going to place it. Can I still not place it there? Is it too low or something? Didn't tell us I could have placed it here the whole time. Oh, thankfully not. And just to make sure, I still couldn't place it there, Harry. Oh, that's alright then. I'm not too miffed about that just yet. Right, well, let's go too high here then. And spin this bad lad round until it gets green. And look at that big old power wheel. We need the large power wheel because that's 270 horsepower per centimetre squared of flow, and the compact water wheel's only 60. And since we've cut this off to only being fed by a couple of sluices and a little bit of our spill here on the weir, we were struggling to even power the coggers and the plankers, man. So instead, we're going to create a little bot charging station down here, for temperate seasons only, and try and recoup as much green ground as beaverly possible while doing it. So let's design this little system here, shall we? Alright, beavers, get this in with a bit of a quickness, please. Slightly less quickness on that, I just want the paths up and running. I had a mild rejig there, it'll make sense soon enough, don't worry about it. What I would worry about is our wood supply, especially since we're going to need the power constant. And regarding the other farmhouses that we need to replace here, I've been having a little think about that, but not before we get a drought warning as the beavers wake up. I didn't mind a good drought. You know what, let's actually prep for this one unlike last time. Close this sluice here, make sure all these floodgates are up to 1, and what that'll do is flood this pipe all the way up to the tippity top and allow it to go down out of this sluice here and keep this pool nice and warm. And keep this reservoir nice and full of water without having to resort to unpausing old mate up here. It's fun as it is. And as much as the beavers have a good laugh when they're in the rooftop terrace over it, spilling water all down the hill is less than ideal, isn't it? Let's be honest. And this is me farmer's solution. We're going to have a little bit of platform action gone across, extend these ladders up, and they'll have maximum access to all of this farmland down here. Farmland which I haven't bloody reclaimed yet. And by reclaim I of course mean shove all of this rubble back onto the path there. Right, well with that rubble out the way, we can unveil me big plan to get the dirt excavator up and running here. And then realise I need to not plant crops on the road back there. Alright, need plenty of crops there, but you can't plant some corns here, beavers. And we'll just let these grow up and get picked. I'm not in too much of a rush to do that. It requires power anyway, which needs this to be built and not to be coming into a drought, so you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. As soon as we have some builders, you know. Now we're doing canny on food, and oh look at this, we've got a full grapes! Full grapes! Is that what I'm saying? We've got full bloody grapes! Oh, that's right. We need to ditch the canola seeds out of here. These need to be eggplant rations. We'll pop the canola seeds up in here. And then up in here, some bonus grapes. I love the fact that now that this is all green, we've got all the grapes we could ever wish for. I may have to start saying the same for berries, Maybe we reclaim 2 logs and 1 plank here. And ask the forester to very kindly pop a berry bush on there. Very quickly. Why isn't this planted yet? Beavers, why haven't you planted that bit of berry bush there? What do you mean you can't see? Oh yeah, that's right, I put a bloody bench there, didn't I? Alright, now Mr. Forester, do you mind planting that bit berry bush? Thank you very much, Lee. And we should be able to keep that nice and moist during this drought. You know what, since we're making all the excess grapes we could want, why don't we tear up some grapes up from down here? And the drought here, it's a 20 deer. That's now to worry about that. I'm just waiting for beavers to go across, pick the berries, the grapes, and then I'm upping the priority of tearing those up so they'll get torn up. So that once they're torn up, I can plant even more oaks. Get even more wood on the gun down here. And we need to get some more scrappers on the gun. I think that might mean it's time to unpause the bot assembly unit. We've got beavers and all of these. Everyone's prioritised by haulers. We also are going to have to get old mate on the crack down here. Aye, that's ye, pal. Unpause your priority. Why don't we sit back, relax, and watch our very first bot get built in Cavey? Oh, I'm hyped. I'm hyped as can be for some bot action. Look at him getting zippity zapped there. Zippity zapped into life, that is. And there he is, he's disappeared. Mr. Botman, where are you, Mr. Botman? Botman. Damn, Botman moves fast. I was only on speed 1. Alright, first bot, where are you? Iron Bot 1. Oh, they're still inside. In that case, can I have a peek through and say good day? I believe I've made a potentially dangerous discovery, peeps. We have found Cybeavers. And for those unfamiliar with Doctor Who, that's a beaver, that's a cyborg. I was going to go on Cyber Beavers for a full Cybermine callback, but I was like, nah, Cybeavers, let's go. Look at him. Gone doing the ladders like a regular old beaver and up the ladders. Oh, straight through. I can't see a thing that's gone on, but it's all happening, yeah. Now, Mr. Ironbot, do we have the power to keep you up and running? That would be a negative. We still need metal blocks in here. Oh, and as well, not a moment too soon do we get bots, because look at this. 14 injured beavers. I had to pause the bloody mines. Let's spend the 1k science points and get the bot grafting in there. Unpause, get the bot in there, and then at least we won't be injuring any more beavers doing the bloody mines. Look away at Ironbot, he's got in, he's spinning the wheel. What a bloody legend. And now that we got the dangerous mining job sorted by the Ironbot, we need to sort out getting Ironbots in all of these spots here. Bots making bots, you know. And can I reduce the priority and still have 2 beavers grafting? I can. Happy days. We're not all that stocked up, but we do have some stock, you know. Once we get these grapes ripped up, we'll have some bonus oaks on the crack all the way around this little bit of water here. Oh, we got any builders? Duh. Whenever we get some builders, replant those with oaks, please. But before we can have any builders, these beavers in these beds need to rest and recuperate in the lovely, nice, quiet, serene cave here in Cavey. And you can see our U-turn still full of water. It'll be topping up that little reservoir like nobody's business. And you know what? I should probably come out of this speedy up bit at some point, shouldn't I? Because, like, Vienna, we've got a bot that's got to be out energy. We've got 2 bots with the energy. Bloody whoa. Calm it, calm it. Maybe we pause this because, yeah, we need builders, don't we? Obviously. Otherwise, this bit charging station will literally never get built. And it's in. We can finally have some bots charging. You know what? Let's watch the bots charge and a little bit of a speedy up. Look at his heat gun. That look mental sped up. Oh, definitely a bot charging speedy up at this, like. Oh, I hope that looked great. It looked great on speed 4. I hope it looked great sped up on speed 4. I did unpause old mate here, which you can't see, so I'm going to have to bring the level down a little bit. Old mate the cogger here, because that was taking ages to build, and it was because we needed bloody gears. We're back to making scrap metal at least now. Well, once we have more gears in. And I was looking, if I want to build this big dart excavator here, I'm going to need some bloody extract, and I haven't messed with extract this entire time. I was sort of planning on not doing it, but yeah, we are doing it. So if we have a look at our centrifuge here, I believe it is 3x3. Yes, indeed it is. It won't fit on top of that bit warehouse there. Well, that's alright, because I was already planning on whapping a lot of side platforms up here and getting some more engines down. And with those engines down, we can go ahead and place our little centrifuge right over here. Little centrifuge, would you mind getting plopped in just there? Thank you very much, Lee. Now that does, unfortunately or fortunately, introduce a little bit of a spanner into the works regarding whatever we end up doing here. You know what, for now, I'm actually going to build this platform with a handy dandy small warehouses all the way up there like that. And I think for this little section here, I'm going to go into piles and get a large industrial pile on the crack. But does it face that way? and we have access to it? Or does it face that way and we just ladder up again? You know what? 2 large industrial piles like that and we're just going to ladder up. I said I was going to try and leave this area and I'm bloody trying, alright? And I reckon up here we're definitely going to have some sort of log storage. And maybe some more log storage as well. Why aye? You deleted the top one of these. There's supposed to be one more of these. Well, for now, these are both going to be dot storage. Let's go. I just realised we've got any beaver connections gone up here. Maybe that needs to be up here instead. Connect the paths in either side like that. Like I say, that little bit of pathway there can be temporary as well. So let's up the priority of the centrifuge and everything that guns along with it. And then, you know what I just realised? We can't actually get power into the centrifuge where it's situated because I can't get power around the edge there. I can't delete this bit of levee because it's part of the pipe. Hey, delete the centrifuge. And I'm going to build the centrifuge off the edge of the pipe here. Now, what do you think of that bit of centrifuge location right there? Hanging off the tippity top of the pipe. And we can fairly easily get power into it by doing a vertical power shaft here, a little universal power shaft there, a little 90-degree into the engine so we can have that bit of connectivity, you know, and then actually connect into the old centrifuge, a tidy 2 long platform, a straight power shaft, and a little 90-degree in the side like that. Now, beavers, that is a maximum priority jobby right there. And I decided to just maximum prioritize the centrifuge because I want this whole pipe in because, well, you know what happens. You know what happens doing in there during a bad tide and I'll come spilling out and annoys all of our oak growth here, and we didn't want to annoy with oak growth, you know. Now I'm wondering, with this little weird shape here, can we fit a number cruncher? Oh, that is too perfect not to do, isn't it? Engine, we're going to have to sort this out, like, be deleted. 1.5k science points, get spent. Look at the little iron bot here gone down into the mines, probably after a quick charge. And you gone out taking your scrap metal. Why are you carrying scrap metal out of the mine, pal? I'm pretty sure that's not a thing that should be happening, like. Hold up, why are you taking scrap metal out of here? Oh, no, I am backwards, peeps, I do apologise. This makes scrap metal. This consumes scrap metal. You think I'd know that by now, 47.5 cycles in, wouldn't you? I'll tell you what, these 2 farmers here still haven't picked up these corns, even though they're prioritised on corns. It's strange, isn't it? It's like they're horrifically overworked, you know? Bloody hell, I'm going to have to get all of it prioritised by haulers here, aren't I? Quivilt, he's just sitting there. I'm like, why aren't you picking up these grapes? You've got a whole bloody warehouse up here to fill. Loads of room for grapes. I forgot about the floating water pumps. Get amongst it, beavers. And look at the evaporation on that big bad water tank there. It's a good thing we got heaps of bad water knocking about in here, isn't it? Where is it? Where is it? We're still in the warehouses. Here it is. Look at all that bad water there. All 83 of it. 83. Is the knee like advanced? You know what? I'm going to test out these timers here. I'm going to pause it at 6 o'clock at night and unpause it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So there should be a couple hours of slurping every day. Let's see how that works. That's unpaused, and we're slurping away. We should get a couple of bad waters in. And then it pauses itself a clock off a clock. I was pretty sure it was 6 bells when the beavers were clocking off, like, so happy days, I was right on that. So let's have a look. We've got 0 bad water. How much bad water do we slurp up in a day here? There we are, 0 bad water, 49%. What are we going to get to before the beaver clocks off here? The beaver's not going to get in, are they? It's too far away. It's only 22 blocks away, but it might be quite far from where they were. Alright, so we need a bigger window here. 6 hours a day, but only during a bad tide. And I'm going to do the same timer on this bad lad. So yeah, now for now, we're just going to real casually run out of bad water, which means I may as well pause the explosives factory here. We've got plenty of TNT knocking about anyway. Unpause the tappers shack so we can get bloody tapping some pines down here. They're in desperate need of tapping down here. But we're going to have to wait to tap those little pines there because we've got a new tide. And with the new tide comes knee grafters. Oh, what are beaver bots doing? These are paused, aren't they? Good. I thought I paused them. I was a bit scared there that we're going to have loads of beaver bots. I think with our 250 wood, it's time to sink a loads of it into this bad lad. Well, 70 of it. Oh, I am really not liking all of these bloody trees. We've got any builders, that's why. Hold up, man. Why on earth are you unpaused? Get paused. It's a temperate season, pal. The weir's going to overtop and that's going to fill everything up. With different EDs running. And thanks to the drought, we managed to keep this cave nice and moist the whole time. And look at that, we still got heaps of water left over. I am happy with that. Yeah, I'm seeing here we're full on corn rations, so we may as well pause old mate there. And since I've just paused a million jobs to get a builder, why didn't we watch this builder here smash loads of logs into this big wheel? In a speedy up fashion, of course. Because that way we get to see all the beavers doing exercises and that. I love how the beaver just pokes his head out on top of the ladders and just smashes the hammer in. Oh, that's mint. Bloody love these beavers, like. Love them every time. And here again, the solo builder beaver's got the big wheel in. Look at that 94 horsepower. It's bloody whooshing, isn't it? No, we're getting a decent bit out of there, 150 odd. We'll be able to power at least 2, and I'll probably pop 3 of those little bot chargers down. So we'll have to find something for one of these things to be. Oh, and as well, we need to be planting something under here, don't we? Do we expand the eggplants? Is that allowed? Oh, it looks like it might be allowed, you know. Oh yeah, I can see why that would be allowed. There's no conflicts there between the overhang and the aubergine. It's all good. And look, it actually is all good. Yes. Still haven't picked up these corns yet, though. You know, we'll get round to it eventually. It's not like they're prioritised for corns or anything. Ooh, look at the size of that bloody pumpkin on the path there. You got to squeeze past to get the exercise plaza. And where you gone, Mr. Builder Beaver? Are you just being a district? Where are you gone with your bit water? Does something take water to build? Where's he off? No, he was just being a hauler for some reason. No, fair enough, fair enough. I would rather you just be a builder than a hauler, like. We've got beavers specifically to do those hauling jobs. I suppose we may as well get these 2 prioritised up. And while we're at it, at least 2 of these bad lads and all. And I've never seen this bad lad at a speedy up bit. I'm keen. How fast and slow does it actually go when it's sped up? Does it stay still? Does it spin backwards like the 2 compact ones did? Well, you already know. I have to wait and edit the thing to find out. Then we had ourselves a bit of a warning during that. What was it for? A little bit of a drought. Not bad at all. You see, we've got a little bit of a charging station on. So if both of our bots run out of fuel at the same time, they can quickly run and get charged at 2 different charging stations. Providing it's a temperate season, that is. And even during that speedy up bit, corn still haven't been picked up. You know what? I should have done this when I first built it, shouldn't I? Why didn't I do it when I first built it? That's daft, that MiGly. You know what? Since we're getting all the way up here with the rest of this, let's high prioritise the rest of this build. We've got the logs to make the planks and get everything done. During this bit drought, I want to get a lot done, like. A bloody hell of a lot. And I don't have to worry about beavers getting injured. Even though we still do have 3 injured beavers for some reason. Are you hanging about in the cave? The cave of recovery doing there. That is the best place to recover, like, I must admit. They are other beds. Are they on this level? Oh, they are. You see, you've got a beaver choosing to recover over here, but I think it's a bit busy, me. It used to be nice and peaceful on the cliff edge of the cave, but now you've got the path and the ladder and the water pumpers like to come round here and that. It's just a bit busy for my liking to rest and recuperate. I'd rather be in the cave. Let's see if we can spy a miner bot coming to use this bit charging station while it's still a temperate season. Well, bot, he's officially missed out because we've got a 20-day drought. And look at this, we've got an empty big bad water tank here. You can see the straws gone all the way to the bottom, but there's now the bloody slurp up. And we've only got 57 bad water and we'd very quickly fly through that if I unpaused old mate here. But instead of unpausing old mate here, I'm going to unpause old mate here. Old mate the fermenter, since we have 0 fermented cassava's not going to boot there. And as crazy as this may be, I'm going to dive into here, click this industrial lumber mill, delete it for 15 logs, and replace it with a cogger shop. Now get that in, beavers. You know what, actually, can you do that now while we're just on this little angle? Because it's kind of mad here just sitting inside of the industrial estate with the bloody smelter's chimney pouring out the back there. Oh, we're in! I wanted to do that so we could prioritise by haulers. And now we've got the full might of our industrial estate. We're going to have to get this bloody engine prioritised by haulers. And we still have our builder beavers. Therefore, it's time to enter into a big old spin-around end of episode speedy up bit here. While we watch those farm houses get built, we watch the industrial estate gone blap. Oh, while we're in this speedy up bit, I just want to say I'm loving seeing you enjoying this series. Like, it's a hell of a lot of effort, but well worth it when people are enjoying it. And not just the comments, I love the comments, but seeing the analytics, you know, people actually sitting and watching now on the whole video, people liking videos and things like that. And my subscriber numbers have went up for the first time in however many months, so I'm kind of happy with that. A welcome to all the new subscribers. And a big cheers to the subscribers that stuck around during my little break there. A lot of people didn't. I appreciate you. and enjoy what is a completely different spinner run speedy update to any that we've had before. It's been that many episodes since I've done one of these that the map's completely changed. The map is at least completely green, so you get to see some trees getting chopped up and doing and that. But we have properly changed this Cavey map, haven't we, like? And we're not even done yet. We're nowhere near done. It's probably going to be nigh unrecognisable again from what you see today. Not tomorrow, though. Tomorrow is for another episode of Cavey. I'll see you then, peeps. Toodle.